This week we're going to be focusing on some beginner gains because when I first started working out, I had to go through the process of getting those new gains, and it's a little challenging, and so do a lot of other people, including my brother Alex, who's going to be assisting us today.
Yep.
Because he's been in the gym a little bit, but it's been probably consistent for like maybe 6 months, 8 months, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to just kind of give you guys like a little bit of input from Alex because he's, somewhat newer still. So that way there's like some little tips and tricks and different things that we can go over that might help you guys get into the gym and get started. All right, so let's get started. Alex, how long have you been actually consistently like in the gym now?
Probably 6 to 8 months now.
Like 6 to 8 months. So like when you started off, it wasn't like easy, you know what I mean, to kind of get in doing weight from nothing.
No, like it wasn't even the weight. It's mainly the like figuring out exactly the form with all the stuff. That's the main concern.
Well, so like when did it switch from you're going to the gym, you don't necessarily know what you're doing, and you're kind of just trying to get in there, to where you knew what you were kind of doing and you had like a goal that you wanted to achieve?
I'd say like 3 months in, once you kind of start getting the form down and you start getting a little bit of weight on, you kind of can figure out what muscles and areas you want to be working on.
Yeah.
I'd say about 3 months in.
So like 3 months to kind of like learn your body a little bit and kind of figure out what you need to do.
Yeah.
So today we're doing chest. We're gonna go in there and get a chest and shoulders workout in.
Sure.
But I wanted to ask you too, when you first started, how did a bench press feel for the first couple months versus how does it feel now? Like what's changed? Because I know that the form, especially with you, has changed a lot.
I think the form helps a lot with like the stability, like especially with bench, like making sure you're stable and you're going up and down in a straight line and you're not going all over the place.
Yeah,
that's probably the main thing that it helped with.
Yeah, and that kind of counts for like every group of muscles too. Like when you're doing squats or deadlifts or bench press or whatever muscle group you're working out, it seems like it takes a little time to kind of get used to what the proper form is. Because like when I first started, I remember doing things wrong. Like I remember doing things wrong and then finding out a year or two later that I was doing it wrong. And I was like, oh, now I can actually feel that muscle getting moved. Whereas before it was like a trick, like I thought I was doing it, but I wasn't. So we're at the gym getting our sick pump on, but I wanted to say, as far as structuring workouts go, we always start with, today we're starting with shoulder press and bench press, but we always start with compound workouts. So like, especially if you're beginning, you should definitely start with compound workouts like deadlifts, squats, bench press, and then from there you can maybe do some other stuff afterwards, but every workout should start with some sort of compound, like heavy workout. So Devin is a friend of ours at the gym. He's a little younger. It's Dylan's brother, actually. And I just wanted to ask while we were here together, do you have any recommendations or advice or tips or tricks for people that are getting new into the gym that are starting to work out for the first time?
Form first, definitely. My brother wouldn't let me lift heavy until I got my form down, so definitely go light, start with form.
Yes, sir.
If you have a bad form, then you can't lift heavy weight and you can't get bigger, so.
And John, I know that you're an advanced lifter, so we're gonna do your own video. You're gonna have your own opportunity to explain however you want, but do you have any newbie advice? Do you have any tips or tricks for people starting in the gym?
Take a few compound exercises for upper body, for chest, for push, pull, and legs. Pick a good compound exercise for that. Stick with it, get the form right, and progress with that slowly. And then pick a few accessories, so like a fly would be an accessory, and get good with that. And just keep progressing over time, and just get good at a handful of stuff, and you'll prosper.
All right, and Doug is working out here with some tricep extensions, but I wanted to ask him if there's any advice he has for some newbies in the gym.
So the hardest part is starting. You just need to push yourself. I had a friend recently that just started working out, and the best thing is to bring a friend. Just get out there and do it, and once you start doing it, it becomes easier, and you'll find whatever you want. But the main goal should be just to start.
Hey Alex, what did we just do?
Get a sick pump.
Got a sick pump on. Alex, do you have any final advice or recommendations about getting into the gym as a newbie and getting going?
Just try to like
Have patience.
Have patience. Try to get us like set hours every week. You can get in at least like twice a week.
Some
Just,
sort
like,
of schedule.
Yeah, you can like just so you can learn the forms and just learn what to do at the gym rather than even going to the gym to get the workout. Just going to the gym to learn stuff, pretty much.
Yeah. Dylan, do you have any recommendations or suggestions for new people coming to the gym trying to get some gains?
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you start, just be consistent. Whether
consistent.
you can only do 2 reps of just the bar on bench, who cares? Be consistent and you'll get up there in no time. Everyone has to start somewhere.
Well, and I think that's probably the biggest thing, because it's like you can come to the gym and do the stuff, you know, mediocrely or whatever, but if you're not doing it consistently, you're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how you're doing it.
Just stick with your own routine.
Yeah.
No one's gonna judge you. Just stay consistent. Then months, years from now, you're gonna look back and be like, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
Look at all the progress I made."
Well, and when we all started working out, when Dylan was young, you were skinny. When I was young, I was skinny. Alex is still a little skinny, but he's bulking up a little compared to.
What, 2-3 years of work? I went from benching not even a plate to 2 plates.
Yeah.
Deadlifting almost 4 plates. I gained what, like 15-20 pounds.
Yeah. Well,
was
think about,
consistent.
do you remember your first plate? Your first bench press with a plate?
Was that
like,
a
I
fucking
remember.
milestone?
That was just.
It felt so good.
Yeah. So to all you guys, get that first plate, just be consistent, get to the gym, focus on the good form, and eventually you'll get where you need to be. And we got some protein after the workout here. Alex,
sir.
how has your diet changed since you started like working out consistently? Like, how has your eating and your protein and all that kind of stuff changed?
Well, I've been trying to get a lot more protein in after, just so my muscles are building like they need to be, and just overall get a lot more protein in my diet. And then trying to get a little bit of carbs in before I go to the gym. Just trying to eat a little bit better.
Do you notice that it's like a little bit, like before you work out and after you work out when you're eating, do you notice that you're a lot more deliberate with it since you started like getting into the gym more? Like, do you feel like you're healthier basically?
Yeah, like it gets me into like a plan that, oh, I'm going to the gym. I need to make sure I'm getting a meal before and a meal after, get some protein, get some carbs in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're a beginner and you're trying to get started in the gym, you're trying to get going, then that's just it. You got to get going. You got to get in there. And like Nike says, you got to just do it. You got to get in there and get started. And Doug was talking about this earlier. Like, you can bring a friend as like an accountability buddy, and they can kind of motivate you to keep going and vice versa. And then once you're in the gym, focus on those compound movements, those bench presses and deadlifts and squats, the kind of things that just like don't go away. They're like the base of working out. Like me and John and Doug and everybody else that's been working out for a while does those things still. They never really go away. So those are really good things to focus on. And then you can keep building as you learn and as you just have more time in the gym. And so that's really it, is you just got to spend more time in the gym, and then as you're progressing, then you're going to keep getting better and you're going to get where you want to be. And that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope that you guys learned something and that it was helpful. If you did enjoy the video, please give me a like and reach out to me somehow, whether it's a comment or on Instagram at my Instagram at Landshark Lifestyle. Reach out to me though and let me know what you guys think, because I'm trying to like navigate the content a little better and get some new stuff on the horizon here. So let me know what you think. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me, because I do appreciate it and I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week with another video.